just now is the sound that comes from the LRT train that produce annoying sound. Okay, now I will proceed to the problem statement of our study. Okay, the problem statement for our study, the first one is the noise produced from railway transportation. And the second one is the hard to get information about noise pollution for the public and organizations. Now I will proceed to the objective of our studies, which is the first one, to check for noise level in LRT stations. The second one, to determine the highest noisy locations among the LRT station. The third one is to develop GIS model. For the scope of study, we will conduct the study in the 4 stations of LRT in Malaysia, which is Setiawangsa, Sri Rampai, Datuk Kramat and Kerinci. We will measure the noise level using the sound level meter. And then after get the data, we will develop GIS model using the highest noise level. One is the significance of study. There are 2 significance of study, which is the first one is the public can be informed about the noise level much easier. And the second one is to raise awareness about noise pollution in the public. Thank you.
Okay, first of all, background of my study is about the study of noise pollution in the LRT area. Other than that, this study also will be an analysis with a GIS software in order to give a clear view on the Earth's surface about the pollution that occur in 3 different places of the LRT station. Okay, first of all, let me talk about the light rapid transit, which we call in Kuala Lumpur LRT. Basically, what is LRT? LRT is a light rapid transit which was made to transport as a main public transport for the people around Kuala Lumpur. And there are 2 types of LRT, which is in Kuala Lumpur and the KLIA. But mainly, both of these LRT have produced some unpleasant noise, which has been interrupt the condition of the environment nearest to the station. Okay, so like I talked before, the main problem that caused by the LRT is a noise pollution. So why is we so concerned about this noise pollution? This is because noise pollution has affect both health and behavior of both wildlife and the health of the human. So as been said by the Department of Environment, the maximum allowed sound that can be produced during the day is around 80 decibel and at night is around 50 decibel. But based on the study that has been done at the LRT station, this limit has been exceeded by the noise produced by the LRT station. So that is why there is need in the mitigation for the noise pollution that we produced by the LRT station. Hi, so how this data from the noise pollution that we got from the Department of Environment can be related with the GIS application? First of all, you guys need to know what is GIS. GIS is, or in a full name is a Geographical Information System, is an application to gather and manage the data from the GIS. Basically, the data that we got from the some of the Department of, for example, Department of Environment can be used as a tool in both problem solving and division for making processes, and so that you can decide what is the best for that place. So what is the main idea here? Basically, based on the previous study, there is no research or no how to produce data by using GIS. So here we would like to take an opportunity to use the GIS software so that we can visualize and conclude the data from the Department of Environment about the station, so that we can easily manage and produce a reliable document to the user, so that they know how amount of value or how strong the noise pollution that occur around the station itself.
For the methodology, this is the flowchart that has been constructed from our group. So the first step, we will be discussing the title of research with group members. So for our group, we have choose noise pollution to be our title of research. And then from the title of research, we need to collect all the related information and related data from the library, journal, internet and previous research. From all the collected data, again, we need to select the study area. So our study area, we are choosing Kelana Jaya line, and our 4 stations are LRT Seri Rampai, LRT Kerinci, LRT Datuk Keramat and LRT Siti Wangsa. And then at these 4 stations, we will be measuring the sound level. For the GIS model, we will be using the highest sound level that have been gained, that have been recorded. And then this station, we will doing comparison and analyze which one is the highest. Okay, this is integrated sound level meter that we borrowed from highway laboratory from civil engineering faculty. So this is the noise level meter. So we just turn on the noise level meter, and then now you can use it, and you need to put on max, so you can read maximum sound level. Hello, haha, testing. That's all. See you.
If you're working with machinery that's 90 decibels or higher, you should really wear some earplugs.
Now, let's proceed on how to input the data using ArcGIS. First, we need to open the art catalog and then create new personal geo database. When it created, rename the personal geo database as we want. And then we want to transfer the map that we have saved. Okay, right click on the personal geo database and click import raster database, and that's it. We input the map. That's it. You can see that it was there. And we want to transfer the coordinates of the stations into the personal database. Okay, we right click on the coordinate, export to geodata base, singles. Then we input there. The output we choose to personal database. So that's it. You can see there. Now we need to create XY tables for coordinates. So click the create XY tables, and then you can see there XY table there. After that, we open the up map. Okay, then we add data from the catalog, like map and the coordinates of the stations. Now we're going to digitize the map. Okay, you can see that georeferencing. We click the add point. So we click on first point, that LRT Surampai, and then we zoom to layer, and then we click to coordinates of first coordinates, and then these things we're going to continue it until we got all the 4 points of the LRT stations. So as the result, we can see that the coordinates and the points of the LRT stations will seated exactly on that coordinates. Now we're going to insert the noise level in the up map. I say first, click onto the coordinates and take open attribute tables. So we can see the table there. Under the words table, click icon under it and click add tables. So you can see names the tables what you want, and then choose. If you want to choose point, we're going to choose type is float, and then okay. And then we click editors, we click start editing, and we insert all the values of noise levels at first stations, second station, third, and fourth. Okay. Okay, we have finished insert all the value. Then we click stop editing. Okay. So we click I and we click each of the stations. There we can observe at stations Surampai when you see the noise levels, and at the Sentiawangsa you can see the noise level of it. So on with Datuk Keramat, and lastly Kerinci. Create graph in ArcMap. First we need to right click on the coordinates of the stations and choose open attribute tables. Okay, then we come up the attribute tables, and you can see under the words tables we can see the icon there. Click there and click. Okay, you can see the tables, and that tables we can change the properties of the graph that we want, and then click next, and next you can change the titles of the graph, and then we click finish. So that's it. That's how the graph are created in ArcMap.
So what we're looking at here is this curve area here at Balboa. We get a lot of complaints from the residents and riders here, and this is where we're going to be installing the rail dampers. Basically the dampers are just a steel and rubber component that are layered together, sandwiched together, and then they just clamp to the web of the rail, and that's what keeps the rail from vibrating and causing the corrugation development. I use the analogy of a guitar string. If you pluck a guitar string, it vibrates. And if you use your fingers to pinch that guitar string, that's the dampener. Every 6 months, we go out and measure noise at locations and monitor our noise levels. This snapshot represents the curve here in Balboa. The different color bands that you see represent decibel levels. It tells us where we go and do our grinding. The ride is loud with the rail bolted directly to what we call direct fixation. So directly to concrete. And that's in our subways and our aerials. And that's where we see the problem, the roaring. When the wheel runs on top of the railhead, it creates this vibration. So the dampers actually calm that vibration of the rail down and prevent the corrugation from developing. The best part about it is it makes the neighborhoods much quieter now. And we don't have the noise generated by the corrugation. It prolongs the life of the rail, so we're not having to replace the rail as often. And it allows our maintenance crews to go out on the system and perform other work. And we should expect them to arrive in time for Labor Day shutdown, where we anticipate doing a lot of work at our interlocking between Balboa and Daly City. And in conjunction with that closure, we're going to install the rail dampers and coordinate as much work as we can get done in that closure.
Kita nak sekarang dekat Kualifati. Sekarang dekat Kualifati dengan rakam. So ini Shikin. Sini bloopers lah. Jadi Shikin. Okay, hi doktor. Doktor tengah tengok ni kita orang. Okay, tengah dekat bilik bacaan nanti. Enjoy doktor. Ya, boleh. Okay. See you later guys. Let's go.
So, how this noise pollution that has been data that we have gathered,